welcome to Family Sports Center for a Saturday night affair between your Grandview Wolves and the Castleview, I believe they're the Wild, Sabercats. Right back at it after last night's military salute to service game, where Grandview pulled the win out in overtime, dramatically 5-4 on a wonderful, hard-working, game-winning goal by Kalen Weber in overtime. After Grandview gave up what was a 4-1 lead in the third period. So, I'd like to see a little bit more consistency and not as stressful of a game tonight. Castleview, a decent team, middle of the pack team in the standings. Hopefully Grandview can keep that momentum going forward through this game as well. So, we are on the Avalanche rink of Family Sports Center today, as your boys here are getting warmed up. Good spattering of fans out for your Wolves this evening. Pretty much, let's see, the same scratches, I believe, as last night. No Hunters. He's still getting that clearance for his concussion he took. So I believe, if I'm informed correctly, this may be his last game that he does have to sit. So it'd be great to get him back in the lineup soon. But I believe that may be the only scratch tonight. I will keep you up to date on that. See if I can't get you a little bit of information about Castleview here. They are currently sitting at 2-9-0. The goalie today for Castleview looks like it's going to be a Walter Andrade, I apologize. Have not seen the starting lineup for your Wolves yet, so we'll get that updated to you as soon as possible. We'll be back in just a few minutes here with you, as well. Let's continue. Welcome back here as we are about to have starting lineups announced for this evening's tilt between 2 and 9 Castleview and 2 and 5 Grandview. Good turnout again here at Family Sports, seeing a few more students than normal maybe, and great turnout with the fans here to my right as well. We apologize for the reverb in the audio there. It's very difficult to hear. So far, we've had Emilio Kukic at forward, Kaylin Weber at center, and Brandon Sylvester as your third forward on that line. Elliot Seglin and Tommy Wu on the back end on defense. And your starting goaltender tonight is going to be Lincoln Alisasis. Same lineup that started last night for this Wolves program.
Starting out tonight for your Sabercats, sophomore out of Castleview, goaltender number 1,
And after the national anthems, we are set to go here at the Family Sports Center for this varsity 5A matchup between the Wolves and Sabercats. referees are the final check of the nets. Getting everybody lined up, ready to go at center ice. Scores table's ready. Grandview goalie ready. Castleview goalie ready. And we are underway here. Puck one all the way back to the Grandview defensive zone. All the way around behind Lincoln. Elliott's going to get the kicks. Chips that up the near wall here with Brandon trying to get some help. Can't do so. It's going to rim around. Tommy Wu's going to retrieve the puck there. Gives it up behind the net to Castleview. Tries to center out in front, and that puck slips all the way out in the neutral zone. No icing here as that was put out of play by Castleview. Emilio Kubik on a hard forecheck there. Takes his mound to the ground. Puck still in possession by Castleview. And around their net. Looking for a breakout. Can't quite find one. Big hit coming out here, and we're going to get a penalty right off the bat. I am curious to see what we've got here, but I'm not sure. It's going to be a Grandview penalty. That's going to be Emilio coming off for hooking, it looks like. Saw a glove go flying in the air, but early here, your Wolves are going to be on the penalty kill. Real hard time reading the clock from my vantage point, so I will try to keep you best updated on the game time throughout this game tonight. Puck cleared down by Grandview. Castleview looking to set up here on their power play. Moves the puck into the neutral zone. Drops it back to the red line. Now up to the Grandview blue line and chip all the way down deep in behind Lincoln. Tommy there to try to retrieve the puck. Can't do so. Castleview still with the puck out in front. Looking for an outlet. Tries to find someone in the slot. Can't do so. Works to the near dot. And back across to the high circle. Shot on off the head of forward out in front of the goal there, but did not get to Lincoln. At the point, shot's going to be from a distance. Blocked there by Brannick into the corner. Puck's going to come all the way back up to Castleview at the point. He's going to skate it down through the far circle, hand it off there, and look for his man at the point. Puck coming across into the near circle here, all the way across, far dot. Looking for a shot, looking for a lane. Lincoln with a leg pad save. Lincoln with another leg pad save. Great jab there. Saw them both, read them well. Puck's going to be shot high and over the net. Lincoln a little bit out of position, but able to recover there. Good job, keeping the square. And the shots at the perimeter there. Two close ones for Lincoln, but he saw them well. Cassavie's going to work around the net. Send the puck up to the point, far wall. Send it back down to the near circle. Grandview should be able to get their hands on it. Can't do so. Stolen by Cassavie right out front. Big pad save. Amazing pad save by Lincoln. Two huge leg saves on a wide open net. That was a goalie saving his defense there on a fumbled puck. Now we got to get it cleared. This group is tired. Elliott with a big hit in the corner. Takes his man to the wall. That puck is not going to come out. Sits on the blue line. Out up top. Elliott with a big block there. Puck goes into the far corner. Cassavie works it behind the net. Gretzky's office there. Now to the far dot. Back down below. Looking for somebody out in front. Lincoln with a poke check. Can't get that through. And Kalen's going to be able to clear that puck all the way down. Four very close-in shots that Lincoln made incredible saves on, and good job by that Wolves killing unit to get that penalty killed off. They are back to full strength now. Second unit's on with Gabe Dragon working hard down in the corner, trying to possess that puck on the forecheck. Takes his man in behind the net, reverses direction, and finally able to come out to the face-off dot. Puck to the neutral zone across the blue line, looking for a man across. Gets the pass across, shot out in front. Good job there by Kai to get a stick on, and somehow that puck trickles in and behind Lincoln for behind the net. I don't know if he just threw it out in front or what happened there, but it's going to be 1-0 Castleview on a very odd-looking goal. Not quite sure what happened there. Again, that puck was down deep behind the goal, and somehow they just kind of threw it off of, I think, the backside of Lincoln's leg pad, and then took it over to the top and in. Not much offensive threat so far from your Wolves. A lot of time spent playing defense. We'll need to see if we can turn that one around. Puck chip forward and not into the offensive zone. Gabe Dragon giving chest, trying to possess the puck. Comes around and gets that back to Kai. Kai's going to send that back up to Gabe Dragon. And taking away by Cassidy right out in front, with Will Saunders taking that behind the net. with room to skate. He's going to bring it forward, trying to get across the blue line. Able to do so. Puck chipped away, but picked up there by Gabe Dragon. Gabe Dragon's going to chip it down into the far corner in the offensive zone. And Castleview's going to come out with it. On the move through the neutral zone. Good stick work there by Will Saunders. Out in front, good stick lift by Caleb Brown to prevent that shot on the pass across. Slide. Chipped all the way down the far corner. Runs along the dasher boards and comes to near corner in the Castleview offensive zone. Bringing the puck around the net. Chipped up, and that's going to be trickled out by a tip by Caleb Brown. Grandview go for change. They've got a hustle here. Castleview coming back quickly. When Simmons out there hassling his man, puck from a hard angle, Lincoln will paddle that one to the side, and now Drake Dunlop looking to bring that puck up to the offensive zone. He's going to chip that on the goalie there, and we're going to get our first offensive face-off of the evening for your Grandview Wolves. Again, don't have a great view of the clock here. I don't know exactly how much time is left, but we are about 12:31. Thank you, Amanda, here helping me bring this to your living room. As always, she's wonderful. She's got a clock for me. It's 12:31 left in the first period. Puck won back by Grandview. Held it to the blue line. Blue line off across to Quinn. Quinn unable to hold that in the zone, and Elliott's going to give chase. Trailed by one man. Puck into the corner, pinned up there. Puck comes free. Elliott's got it. He's going to reverse directions. Hooking the skates there, but no call. And Castleview's going to take a shot here from the point. That's going to go wide. Lincoln's going to see it. He's going to glove it and opt for a defensive zone faceoff. A little bit more jump out of these Wolves. Again, they did play yesterday, so hopefully, though, a good day's full day of rest on this Saturday. Got them prepared for this game. Just going to find those legs a little bit. Holden O'Brien's going to step in for the faceoff. And puck's going to be down, sent to the point. Point's going to be shot wide and into the far corner. Now Elliott pushing his man to the corner, trying to possess the puck, can't do so. Gets some help from Tommy. Tommy out in front, puck's out in the slot. Puck's going to be chipped up and out, but not out. That is overskated by Keegan, but they are able to get that up and out of the zone. Cleared all the way down by Holden. We're going to get an icing call here. Faceoff's going to come all the way to Lincoln's left. Shot tipped down. Good save by Lincoln. That puck was deflected down into the leg pads. He got him closed in time. Another shot high from the point. That one's tipped up and over the top there. Lincoln was able to see that one through a screen. Elliott able to chip that puck far corner, helping for some help. Jamie's going to take a hit to make a play on the wall. Puck chipped up and not out. Castleview still in possession and working that in. That's going to be right in the slot. Shot on Lincoln slot. He's going to bury it in the armpit. Hold it, squeeze it, and we'll get another face-off. Grandview having a really hard time right now getting that puck up and out of their defensive zone and really trying to formulate any offensive attack. Castleview is pushing the play. Face off to Lincoln's right. First line back out on the ice. Puck is going to be down, sitting in the dot. No winner yet, and Castleview's going to come out with it. Up to the blue line point. Shot's going to be taken. Paddled in the near corner by Lincoln. And worked around behind the net. That puck pass is going to be put out in front. Can't get so. Lincoln's got it down in his pads. Can't see it. Shot down. Good block in front there by someone. Can't see who it was. And puck is going to be up to Emilio to the blue line and up into the screen. Out of play. We will get a face-off. It appears they're calling for that in the defensive zone. Not sure if that's because it was off a defensive player and out, or truly was hitting the right side. But face off, not one. Grandview looking to try to get that out, can't do so. Chipped down into the near dot, into the corner, and wrapped around behind the net, where Castleview's waiting for it. That puck's going to be taken away by Kalen. Kalen looking for a breakout. Castleview with hassling sticks, can't do so. Will Saunders going to reverse direction, trying to find an outlet. And rim that all the way up and out, not out. Now it's taken away there by Emilio. Emilio does get it out of the zone. Castleview has to touch up. Brandon now in possession with the puck. Tries to pass it back to Will Saunders. Left is sitting out in front. Dangerous pass there. Will Saunders not with possession. Castleview takes it away. Emilio Kukic comes out of the pile with the puck. He's working through center ice. 1-on-2 right now with Brandon as a trailer, looking for some help. Can't get the puck off the blade, but still in possession. Looking for some help, can't find it. Cassidy is going to come up the other direction through center ice, where Will Saunders is able to take that puck away, and Grandview's in possession. Two Grandview players run into each other and knock each other out. Has 2-0 to the goal, and Lincoln makes a save there. Lucky play there. Cassidy with a shot. Lincoln's going to glove it. And we're going to get a slowdown. Grandview needs to reset here. This is some sloppy play happening in the majority of our defensive zone. Don't have a shot total yet. Let me see if I can find one, but it's early. We have 9:51 left in the first period, and our shot total right now is sitting at 9-1 in favor of Grandview. Not much offensive presence for your Grandview Wolves. Puck along the far wall. Grandview is going to return direction. Right on. Lincoln saw it the whole way. He gloves it again. Flips it to the far face-off dot as we will get another stoppage and face-off. Drake Dunlop leans in, takes face-off, puck's down, and puck is tied up on the wall. Drake's going to come out of the pile with it. Cassidy trying to take the puck away, but Grandview's able to chip it out into the neutral zone. Gabe Dragon giving chase, and Drake Dunlop with possession. He's going to work into the slot, take a shot. It's going to go wide into the near corner on the offensive zone. Caleb Brown works it all the way around to the far corner. Puck's going to come up. That's taken away. Gabe Dragon looking for a lane. Gabe Dragon working in there. Takes a shot. Puck, no rebound into the corner. Good shot there by Gabe Dragon. And Cassidy's able to turn this the other way. Grandview looking to get defensively back, and they do so. Caleb Brown with a good job. Tommy Wu into the wall with his man, makes man miss. Puck comes back around behind Lincoln. Tommy reverses direction, looking for help, finds a chip in Gabe Dragon. Also off the puck, and Drake Dunlop has the puck out to center ice. He's content just to chip it in, to let his guys get a change. And Cassidy's goalie will drop it and set it to the side of his net. Cassidy coming through the center ice. That puck is chipped all the way in, bounces to Lincoln. He'll ground ball it and hold on for yet another face-off. I believe this is our only game this season at Family Sports. We're actually a lot of home games for us this season, which has been nice. So it's nice to come back to the friendly confines of where a lot of these kids started their hockey and gets to get to enjoy the food and bar area that most places we're also used to. Hayden Waldron tries to chip that up to Keegan, can't quite get it out. That's going to be shot off from the blue line to Lincoln. Lincoln's going to leave it for Elliott. Elliott's going to take it into the far corner and work it up himself. Loses possession of the puck, has to be a turnover. They're going to take a shot. Big block there out in front by, looks like, Kai. Kai blocked that shot. Cassidy nearly stolen by Keegan coming across center ice. Cassidy working through center ice. Grandview player goes down, and Holden able to chip that in the neutral zone. Now Kai in possession with that. Packs back to Elliott. Elliott's going to send that off Hayden Waldron's stick, and it's going to travel all the way down behind the Cassidy net. That pass is going to go all the way up. Missed its man. We're going to have an icing call. Grandview's going to be able to get a line change and an offensive zone face-off. 1-0 still your score here with 7:34 left in the first period. Face-off's going to be to the Cassidy goalie's left. Puck is down. One back, Elliott. Elliott's going to take a slapper. It's going to go wide of the net. Brandon trying to battle a man into the corner and get that puck. Can't do so. Cassidy comes out with it, chips it up and around, and they're on a break. Hustling back is Grandview on defense. Cassidy looking for a centering pass, can't find one. Good job of the defense to cut that off now. Up to the point, one shot high and over the top of the net. Gonna rim all the way around to the far corner. Elliott physical in the corner with his man. Now Kalen behind the net, up to the point. Shot's gonna be taken. Nope, blocked. Down in front of Lincoln. Puck's just sitting there, sliding on the ground. Lincoln sees it, now he covers, and we'll be able to get a face-off. Really? We've got some swinging going on there. No whistles yet for that, but a little bit of extracurricular here going on. Just some pushing and shoving, some friendly banter, I'm certain. Face-off will be to Lincoln's right. Referee having a quick conversation with the Grandview player, that's Briggs. but doesn't seem to be anywhere near where. Puck is down, and Will Saunders is going to take that. He's going to work that puck up the ice to the red line, now to the opposite blue line, working to the center ice, look for a shot, it goes wide. Shot in, and that's going to be tipped in by Emilio off the rebound shot from William Saunders. Emilio hustling down with the defenseman, and a great job there on the rebound to stuff that one in. Your score now 1-1 in with 6:51 left in the first period. Your Wolves have tied this game up. Face-off will be at center ice momentarily. Puck is down, sitting at the center dot, can't come out. Emilio's going to try to draw that out, can't do so. 3 Wolves kind of scrambling right there. Cassidy's going to come the other direction with it. Wrapped all the way around Lincoln, and working the corner is Will Saunders, and that goes in. Not sure how that happened, but we are now at a 1-goal deficit again, 2-1 Castleview. That almost looks like a shot thrown from behind the goal line, off the backside of Lincoln there maybe. Your Grandview goal scored by Emilio Kukic and assisted by Elliott and Will Saunders. Again, moments later, not 14 seconds later, Castleview has extended that lead back to 2-1. Grandview defenseman, pitch and catch, try to get that puck up and out, tipped by Jamie across into the offensive zone, and Castleview with a turnover coming the other way. Puck worked through the slot, still in possession, taken away there by Will Saunders. He's just going to try to chip it up and out, and it's going to trickle into the neutral zone. Just enough that Castleview has to touch up. Passed up to the blue line. Blue line and in. Castleview is offside, so they're going to have to touch up again. And now Will Saunders looking for an outlet. Tries to find Jamie, can't do so. That's going to be tipped, and we're going to get a waved off icing for some reason. Not sure why, but we'll take it with a good forecheck there by, can't see who that was, but battling hard, took a hit to make a play. Puck comes out, Elliott battling along the benches there. Grandview in possession with the puck. Now comes to Tommy Wu. Tommy Wu side, finds the lane, going to take it through there. Looking for a shot, fans on a good stick lift there with a Castleview defenseman. Push down to the ice, and up to Abe. Abe going to take a shot from the point. It's blocked out in front, but still in the Grandview zone. Puck in the far corner. Couple players looking for a change here while we have possession. Gabe Dragon hustling down into the corner. Tommy's going to step in from his defensive spot. That puck's going to get by him. He's got help on the backside from Caleb and Drake. Drake's going to take his man. Good stick lift there. Grandview coming back into the neutral zone. That's Caleb Brown. Caleb Brown looking for an entry. Can't find one. He's content just to chip that puck in. And Castleview will turn it back the other direction. Caleb trying to physical his man off the puck, can't do so. Tommy Wu's going to be able to stick to this puck and chip it into neutral zone. All the way back down in behind Lincoln. It's going to bounce to Elliott in the far corner, who's going to look for some sort of exit here. That's wrapped around to Tommy. Tommy has the puck now into neutral ice. That's a pretty hard slash, no call there, and Tommy's content just to chip that one all the way down and in. Castleview coming back the other direction. That puck's going to be taken away by Keegan, and Aiden Waldron can't possess the puck. Now he does, up against the wall. Gets by one man. Castleview's coming the other direction. 3-on-2 developing. Shot's going to be from the point. Lincoln saw it, sees it. Big save there. Puck was loose and thrown back at net, and Lincoln's able to get all the way back over and keep that one from going in. .4:10 left in the first period here. Grandview with a little bit more life, but certainly need to see more out of them in order to get this game back tied, and then hopefully take a lead here for this first straight. Puck held on the far wall there. Can't quite see who that is. Looks like Emilio. Emilio holding that on the wall. He's able to get that to trickle out. He's got help from Taylor. Now it comes out to Emilio. Comes right to the defense of Castleview. Cassavy is going to bounce it up off the walls to the neutral zone. Pacheco's there to retrieve it and chip it back the other direction where Brandon's battling for it. He takes his man to the wall. Will Saunders can't find it at his feet, and Cassavy had a man cut in. Pass was not connected. Brandon with a hit in the corner, trying to touch that puck. Touch it down in front of the net. Emilio's got it. Emilio finds Brannick. Brannick flying. He's got by one man. Got by two-man, one-man foul. He pucks out in front of him, looking for a centering pass. Can't find it there. He's going to bring it all the way around the net. Sent up to the point. That's going to be taken by Will Saunders. Shot on block off the shin guard and all the way back out. Brandon's going to retrieve and chip that one all the way into the referee. Puck didn't come out. Got to move, ref. Lift the feet. And Will Saunders will bring that puck out in front of the net. That's got to go around the net, if anything. Big hit along the walls there. Can't quite see who that was to make that play. Puck now in behind the net. There we go. That is Kalen working down below the net. Puck's going to come out to Emilio, and he's going to race again. Emilio's on his own. Kalen and Brannick are going to offer a change, and he's in on his own. Gets a shot off. Good job there getting around him, man. At least get a shot off on the paddle of the Castleview goalie. Stopped at the blue line is Abe Mayoras, and Emilio's still out there battling with Holden. Abe's going to have possession of it. Castleviews going to try to turn it up the other way. Will Saunders out there now on defense. Emilio coming back the other way with it. Long distance shot. It's going to be wide. There's a man there. Oh, and Holden fans on it. Can't get a shot off. The rebound was there with an open net. Puck out in front. Castleview is going to come away with that and work the other direction. Back is Quinn Simmons. He's able to push that puck into the near corner, and Body's man up there. Can't quite come out with it yet, but still battling. Puck still in that corner. Pinned against the boards now. They're going to kick at it and try to see who can come away with this bad boy. Chip all the way up and all the way around into the Castleview zone. Hustling on the forecheck is Abe. Castleview will reverse directions behind their net. Try to work this up and out. Pass across ice there. Castleview's waiting. Elliott able to step in, slows man up. And down in front of the bench is the puck, rolling a little bit. Castleview comes out of the pile with it. And working there, far side pass. There was a man, good stick lift by Quinn Simmons. Last second he saw it, was able to lift the stick, and that tip in was right there. It couldn't be made because of the stick lift. Elliott battling with big number 21 there in the corner. Can't possess the puck, and he's going to just try to kick at it. Can't do so. Puck is up to the point for Castleview. Shot's going to be taken long, paddled high, and up to the net by Lincoln. 1:08 left in the first period. Face-off will be to Lincoln's left. 2-1 is the score for Castleview right now. And puck is down, one into the far corner by Grandview. Grandview's going to try to chip it up to Drake Gagnon. He can chip it into the neutral zone. Giving chase to Drake Dunlop. Castleview is going to reverse directions. Big hit there by Caleb Brown in the neutral zone. Pass goes to Castleview. He's working through the near circle all the way around the net. Looking for some sort of lane. Can't find it. Good block there by Drake. And Gabe can't get that through. That passes right through the slot. Shot's going to be up and high over the top of the net. Castleview trying to get to the puck to the point, able to do so, and that puck's going to be taken away now by Elliott. Elliott's going to bring it to center ice, right down the middle, looking for help. Can't have it right now. Looking for a shot, tries to feather it in beneath the 5-hole. Goalie saw it. That was a good look by Elliott, but it was a good save as well. Puck sitting in center ice, red line. Drake Dunlop tries to bring it in, can't do so. Castleview coming back the other direction. Caleb Brown has it slipped through his skates. And Elliott back all the way out front. Man was there. Good job by Tommy to get a stick down on that one and prevent that pass from getting through. And speaking of, Tommy's going to bring the puck the other way. He's got Gabe Drag with him. He's going to just send that on at the buzzer, and we will get our first ice scrape with 2-1 your score in favor of Castleview this evening. We'll see you in about 15 minutes. I will get you shot totals from that first period. from that. Friends, family, spies from other teams tuned in to watch this Castleview Grandview matchup. Start of the second period. Your Wolves will be skating from left to right from our vantage point in the second period. 2-1 your score. Castleview with the lead. Hopefully, whatever was said in the confined spaces of the locker room was heartfelt and well received by your players. Same starting lineup as period number 1 out there on the ice to start number 2. Puck is down, one back, Elliott. Elliott's going to chip that up to the neutral zone. Emilio gets the puck into the offensive zone. Going to take that all the way down to the near corner. And it's wrapped all the way back around where Brandick is waiting. Pinned against the wall, gets it down deep to Emilio. Fumbles it in the skates, and Cassidy's going to come out of the pile. Puck turned back the other way by Tommy. Tommy's going to send that in on net. Boy's going to paddle that one to the far corner. And chipped up top of the near circle. Stolen away there by Brandick and taken back by Cassidy. Back and forth right here. Elliott able to chip that one far down. Brandick's going to question on the forecheck. Tries to intercept it and keeps it going around the net and has that puck chipped up the wall. And that's going to go all the way down. No icing here. Yes, icing here. No arm up, but we will get an icing call. Good to see some familiar faces here. That's Dylan Cookdick in the stands tonight. Great seeing him. It's Emilio's brother, who was a Grandview Wolf last year. Graduated now. And Matthew Rex is wandering around somewhere as well. Puck one down in Cassidy's bring across in the neutral zone. Tip up into the bench on the Cassidy side for a face-off outside into center ice. It looks like it's William Wing. Quick change here for your Wolves. Puck down, one back. Slowed up by Lincoln for Will Saunders. Will Saunders is going to take that around the net and lose handle on it there. Cassidy's going to come out with it. Chipped around into the far corner. Move him there and trickles out into the far dot. Will Saunders is going to take that puck. Help from Drake Dunlop. Drake's going to come out of the pile with it. Try to clear that out of the zone. Can't do so. Cassidy's going to come away. Shot down into the slot. And that's going to be tipped wide to the near corner. Dave Dragon taking his man into the wall. Pass out in front of Lincoln. Really dangerous pass there. Not sure if that was tipped and redirected or not. Either way, Lincoln had to be on his toes there. Puck's going to be stolen there off the wall into the neutral zone. Gabe Dragon giving chase with Caleb Brown. Caleb Brown's going to tip that high into the neutral zone. Across the offensive line comes Cassidy. Shot from a weird angle. It's going to go across the blue paint, hit the far wall, and ring all the way around back into Cassidy. Grandview offensive zone behind Cassidy. Gabe Dragon hustling back there, giving chase on the forward check. Stolen away there by Hayden Waldron. Hayden's going to look for a shot. That's tipped glove side. It's going to be caught and held by Cassidy's goalie number 1 for a face-off. 14:54, I believe, left. 14:50 left in the second period now. Face-off down, and won by Castleview. That's going to be pushed into the corner. Coming out in front, shot's going to be on, gloved again there by the Castleview goalie, held on to for yet another face-off. This will be the line with Holden O'Brien, centered by Hayden Waldron and Keegan Wall. Up down, one by Castleview. Cassidy's going to sit down around there, where a man's waiting to chip it back down to the breakout. Breakout's going to get through to the offensive zone. Quinn Simmons giving chase and able to tie the man in the far corner. Has the puck pinned out all the way around the near side. Holden trying to make a hit, couldn't do so. Puck out in front, and Big save there by Lincoln. Puck goes wide. It's up near the blue line, not out. Chipped back in. Clinton's going to give chase, trying to get this puck out of the zone. Takes the reverse direction on that one. Chips it all the way up and not out. Up to the point. Shot on. Blocked out in front. Puck's down to the center ice. All the way back to Quinn. Quinn's going to chip that one up to Hayden. Hayden's going to look for an outlet. Finds one in Kalen. Kalen's going to chip that all the way down deep, while the rest of this line looks to change. Turned over there at center ice. Grandview's got to touch up. Hayden Walker with the puck. He takes a trip. No arm in the air there. They're going to let them play on. Elliott's going to retrieve the puck here. Pass to Emilio. Emilio's going to reverse directions, giving the rest of that change time to happen. And Tommy's going to take the puck into the center of the ice. Turned over right at center by Cassaview. They had a man waiting for that pass. Now Kalen. Kalen's going to work that. He's got Emilio trailing with him. Puck gets tipped away by Cassaview. Stuffed down deep by Tommy. And into the neutral zone. Chip there for Emilio. Emilio into the skates of Kalen. Kalen into the skates of Brannick. Brannick into the skates of a Cassaview player. Tommy trying to chip that one deep. Can't do so. Kind of bunched up here. Kalen goes down. Court Burnett, that clearing from happening. And now we've got Elliott on the move. Looking to chip by one man. Can't do so. 17 with a good stick work there. Stops the puck. Kalen going to chip that one up for Emilio to give chase. And go for a good change. Cassaview coming around, couldn't bring that puck out. Emilio steals, gets past one man. Tries to center that puck, can't get the stick there of Holden. Brandon's going to send that in, and he's going to chip that up and over the leg of the goalie. We have a 2-2 game. It is now 2-2 tie game for your Grandview Wolves. Brandon Sylvester first to the line there. Good to see from him. That's going to make 2 goals in 2 nights for Brandon. Looked like just a simple shot on goal. Not sure if it bounced or was deflected, but it certainly bounced over the leg pad of the goalie. Just goes to show that no shot is a bad shot, whether it was intentional or not. We'll take it. We've tied this game, and your Wolves have some momentum. Now we just got to maintain it and try to get this lead back. Will Saunders trying to get out of the zone, can't do so. Stolen by Cassaview. Will has to be careful not to hook or take his man into the board's head first. He does so. No arm in the air there, and set up to the point. Cassaview looking for a lane, finds one, tipped wide to Lincoln's right. Cassaview near corner, shot's going to be on. Lincoln's going to see it, catch it, bobble it, trying to catch it again. Little bit of a cross check there. You got to be careful here for Grandview. Can't take an unnecessary penalty. Little cross check in the back there. Referee's still no arms up. They're going to talk about it a little bit. Doesn't seem like, well, looks like we are going to get someone to go here. Maybe matching. It will be matching. So we're going to have matching roughing here. I apologize. We are going to actually be short-handed, as looks like Caleb and Drake Dunlop are both in the box. Cassaview only with one player. So let's see what happens here. Certainly was Cassaview with the second cross-check in the back. Lots of opinions being thrown from Cassaview's side. I will get on game sheet and see what this hubbub is about. If I had to guess, it has something to do with the cost of league fees. For all the anger, of course. Drake Dunlop is going to get, yes, an unsportsmanlike 2 minutes. Now we have 2 and 2 in the boxes here, so we are playing 5-on-5. The Castleview penalty of unsportsmanlike conduct, 2 minutes, so those will be matching. And I will get the rest of the update. All I know is we're playing 5-on-5 hockey still. Faceoff's going to be the Lincoln's left, and we have 11:55 left in the first period. The second period, I'm sorry. Cleared all the way down, paddle, stopped behind the goalie there, and chipped around the Cassaview net. Puck's going to come all the way back. Kai Pacheco's waiting there in the defensive zone. He's going to look for an outlet. Comes all the way back around. Going to chip it to his partner, Will Saunders. There is also going to be a unsportsmanlike conduct to Caleb Brown, 2 minutes. And a unsportsmanlike conduct, so matching unsportsmanlike conducts, 2 from each team, 2 minutes apiece. So they will sit in the sin bin for just a few minutes. That puck's going to be chipped all the way down deep by Jamie. She's going to give chase, try to take possession. Cassidy's going to come all the way around and try to break out. Puck's just going to be sent up to the waiting stick of Kai Pacheco. Kai sends a sauce over to Will Saunders. He closes it down. Puck's taken away by Cassidy. Long shot high and up over the net there. Cassidy is going to go into the far corner. That's the puck taken away there by Kai. He's going to chip it up into the neutral zone. Not enough for an icing. Good clear there. That allows the Wolves to get a line change here. Reverse direction coming out of the defensive zone is Cassidy. Will Saunders is now going to chip that one up, and Kalen's going to be there ready to go. Kalen doesn't have any help with it. He's just going to take a sharp angled shot, try to keep that in possession. Emilio's ready on the other side. He has help with Will Saunders. Will Saunders from the point. Take a long shot, blocker side, high, and block it away. That was a good look, good screen, but unable to convert. Emilio's going to try to turn this back up the other direction. Avoids one hit there and takes an elbow real high to the mash. No call there. Going to be pretty egregious, it seems like, to draw a whistle tonight. All the way across. Will Saunders looking for a breakout. Finds Brannick. Brannick splits one man, gets around 2 men, working in. He's down one dot, takes a hit, goes hard into the boards, and he's going to lay on the puck. Kills some time. Whatever works. Now he's back on his skates, chips that around, and big number 27 for Cassidy's waiting. Reverses direction. Goes back the other way around the net. They're going to play pitching catch, come back out, and try to get that out. Good job there by Kalen, bodying the man up, slows that puck up, comes to help from Emilio. Emilio digging in there. He's got Quinn Simmons on the defensive side, too. Puck's going to come all the way around, and a hustling Borowski able to get there. Good job there, temporarily able to keep that in, but now Cassidy's going to break up the other way. Grandview a little tied up, running into each other. Pass out in front. Big save there by Lincoln. Thought they were going 5-hole. He closed the pillows, and we are still tied here. Cassidy setting up the offense now. A couple Grandview players kind of got caught there out on the chain. Need a change, so we need to get a stoppage here, hopefully. Puck to the point, and looking for a lane. They're going to try to take a shot. If they do so, Lincoln's going to gobble it up in the belly. Get a whistle, get our final change, and get a face-off. 9 minutes left in the second period. 2-2's your score here. A lot more life out of this Grandview program this second period than we saw in the first, so that's good to see. Hopefully we can keep building on that momentum and start building a lead here. Puck is down, 1 to Cassidy. They're going to work it at the point. Good stick work there by Gabe Dragon. That's going to be chipped into the corner. Lucas Borowski down low, battling. Puck comes to the near circles, chipped out. That's going to be taken away by Lucas. Lucas takes a big hit to make a great pass to Gabe Dragon. Gabe Dragon takes a big hit, can't get around here. And Cassidy is going to come out with possession of the puck through the neutral zone and to the blue line. Big body there. It's starting to get physical, folks. We'll see how this affects the pace of this game. Another big hit there. Glove saved by Lincoln. And we're going to get a penalty here. That hit was high, and your Grandview Wolves are going to go on the power play. If I had to guess, we would probably get an either interference or roughing, but I can't be certain here. The 4 previous serving players have been released. Face-off's going to be to Cassidy goalie's left. Penalty's going to be a cross-checking 2-minute minor. So your Wolves are going on the power play here. It's a great time for them to take advantage. Puck is down, 1 back. That's Emilio. Emilio's got it, looking for a lane. Finds Elliott along the blue line. Blue line back to Elliott, back to Emilio. Emilio back to Elliott. Elliott over to Tommy. Tommy trying to find a lane, can't find one. Looking for a tip in, couldn't get that one to Kalen. Kalen tipped it wide in the corner. Big hit there on Emilio. Emilio's going to Not be able to get the puck out. Cassidy's going to skate it out through center ice. Elliott with a big hit in the near wall, and Tommy coming out the backside looking for a breakout. That's a slash on the hands, no arm up there. And Cassidy able to hold that one up in neutral zone. Coming back the other way, throws on the brakes, trying to kill some time, and chips it down deep behind. Grandview now looking to set up a breakout of sorts. Two players run into each other and turn that puck over to Cassidy, who are going to bring it back from the other way. Brannick now with the puck. It's going to send it across to Elliott. Elliott's going to send it up to Kalen. Kalen across the blue line. Tried to finally get this set up here. Emilio takes another hit. A little bit high, it seemed like, but he's going to work that down towards the net. That's Kalen. Brannick can't get a hold of the puck. Now Elliott has it. Elliott's going to shoot right in the body of a Cassidy player. And they're just going to clear it all the way down. Lincoln will pass that puck off to Elliott. A partial change for your PK here, power play here. Emilio bringing that puck across the blue line. Kalen's waiting. He's got it. He's going to send it on. Pad save, block it off to the far wall. Elliott's going to come in, walk in, take a shot, glove save, and held on to by the goalie. That's a good-looking shot by Elliott. He scored on a very similar play from the other side last night and the game before, if I'm not mistaken. So we'd love to see that, him bouncing it up, being offensive with that great wrist shot that he possesses. Puck is down, won by Grandview. William Saunders, high in the point. He's going to send it across to his defensive budget, Kai. Kai back to Will Saunders. Will Saunders in their lane. Back to Kai. Kai can't find a lane. Now he does. Walk to the corner, and Caleb Brown can get chase. That's going to be Keegan. Keegan's going to send it. Shot coming in. Screened. 5-hole glove. Good job there to try to get that to the front of the net and get a tip. You had both Caleb and Drake battling out in front of the net there. Trying to screen that puck and send that shot in. Like to see that. We have got about 9 seconds left on the power play now, so this should probably be the last attempt. That's going to be won by Caleb Brown, stolen by Catsview. They're going to come out. Got to watch out for that extra man entering the ice from the penalty box, but Graves is able to turn that puck over. Gabe Dragon finds Greg Dunlop. Greg Dunlop trying to bring that through, can't do so. Gravy's got to touch up, laid offsides here. Catsview can just chase the puck. Puck sent up right into the back of the referee, and for some reason the referee's yelling at the kid for trying to do his job in a game. You have a job too, ref, stay out of the way. Offsides is going to be your call on Castleview with 6:03 left in the second period. 2-2 still your score. Face off near dot neutral zone. Holden O'Brien's going to lead in. Puck is won back to Lucas Borowski. He's going to give chase. Try to chip that up to Hayden Waldron. Hayden Waldron tries to get it to Holden. Can't get there, overskates it. Keegan Wall now with the puck and sent hard into the boards. It goes down. Puck was brought in legally by Grandview, and now Holden trying to touch the puck out in the middle of the ice. Can't do so. Cassidy's going to come back the other direction. Holden giving chase. Puck is chipped deep in behind Lincoln and reverse direction by Lucas. Quinn Simmons giving chase now behind the net. Puck out into the slot, dangerous spot to be, taken away. That's Keegan Wall. Keegan Wall looking to try to break out. Can't do it. So, but Hayden helps him out. Now Keegan's got it back at center ice. He's going to chip it down deep and go for a change. Good job there. Cassidy looking to break this back out. Number 5 coming into the neutral zone. And chipped up to Hayden. Hayden gets it. That's going to be Kalen. Kalen with a steal. Go back the other way. He's going to leave for Emilio in the near corner. Emilio's going to wrap it around. Over for some help from Kalen. Kalen pushes his man. Brannick with some help with the stick there. Kalen comes down the pile with it. Down to the slot. Takes a shot. Blocked away. Emilio with puck. Emilio with a big shot. Blocker save. Goes up straight in the air. Back around the net for Castleview. And Brannick giving chase. Sent through one man and taken away there by Emilio. Emilio with a great stick, still with the puck, comes around the net, looking for some help. Sends a hard angle shot up and over the cage where Brannick will leave it for Kalen. Kalen's coming out, looking for a centering pass, can't find it. Now he's got it for Lucas. Lucas with a hard shot, goes wide to goalie's left and wrapped all the way up and out, and Grandview's going to have to reset. Good pressure there by this first line. Love to see it. That's going to be dumped high and deep behind Lincoln and sent around hard to awaiting Castleview player. Dropped out in between, trying to go to the slot, can't do so. That puck's going to trickle all the way back, and Castleview will have to touch up. Brannick was able to get a stick on that in the forecheck, but it still comes to the Castleview player, and Emilio working hard against the wall, trying to take the puck away. Coming through the slot, looking for a pass. Shot, can't find it. They're going to call a hooking on that against Grandview, but I'm not sure the referee can help a goalie out, but he did. Interesting there. A couple hookies gone not called, but that one's going to be caught. I believe that might be Emilio that's going to go. We'll see. We just need a touch up to get you the answer. Castleview now with the extra skater out on the ice on the delayed penalty. Working down into the corner. They're going to bring that puck up to the point. Point looking for far circle. Back up to the far point. Still no shooting lane. Now finds somebody behind the net. Looking to work it around. Shot out in front. Oh, lucky there. He had a wide open. It just topped the stick. Still in the skates. And they're going to call that a touch up to stop the play. With exactly 3 minutes left in... Sorry, 2:59 left in the second period. Your Wolves are going to go on a crucial kill. Here, that is indeed the call. Emilio for hooking. Face-off will be to Lincoln's right. Puck is down. And shot on high off of Lincoln's mask into the netting. I don't know that he saw that, or maybe he saw it too well. They were trying to tip it, and puck goes up and out of play. But he's down there checking on him, and he seems no worse for wear. That's the thing. We'll do it all again. Face off to Lincoln's right. Just a couple seconds kicked off there of that. Puck is down, one to Castleview. Good block there out top by Caleb Brown. Caleb Brown's able to chip it out by himself. Hits man, and they're offside. We've got to touch up. We've got to send all the way down. Castleview's going to have to try to reset. Grandview in on the forecheck, looking to get the puck, pass that to Castleview, waiting at the point. They're going to look for some sort of breakout. He's going to bring it to center ice, now up to the blue line all the way down and deep. Pass up to the point, now deep below the near circle. Circle to far point. Far point's going to take a shot along the ice. No tip there. Puck goes into the far corner. Saw Lincoln's out the whole way. Paddled to the side. And around, man coming through the slot. Good stick lift at the end there. Can't let that man walk in so easily. Big hit by Tommy in the corner. Trying to possess the puck. Pushing and shoving there. We're going to get a penalty on Castleview. That push is high at the head. You can't do it. You got to keep the hands low. And we will have even strength here for 50 more seconds. We will have 4-on-4 hockey, and then your Grandview Wolves will have a shortened power play. Castleview player testing the durability of the plexiglass in the box. Face-off will be to Castleview goalie's right. Referee giving him a talking to now for his little temper tantrum. Puck is down, one by Castleview. 4-on-4 hockey, a lot of ice out there. Let's see if Grandview can take advantage. Elliott's going to possess that puck in the neutral zone, chip it back up to awaiting Tommy. Tommy's going to turn the other direction and look for a breakout. First direction, Grandview's getting set up here. Tommy with the puck, he's going to chip that up to Drake Dunlop. Drake Dunlop into the offensive zone. Taken away and hit into the corner by Gabe Dragon. Gabe Dragon's going to give chase with Castleview in possession. No reverse directions behind the net and look for a breakout. Good pursuit there by Drake. Drake able to prevent that from coming up the near wall. Now Castleview's coming the other direction with Elliott and Tommy back. Elliott, good stick work to keep his man wide. Tommy with a stick out in front, able to push that to the side. Lincoln may have made a save, but I don't know that Never got to it. Now we've got Elliott coming across the blue line. Blue line looking for a lane, can't find it. Punch when you go in the corner. Elliott's going to take a hit to make a play. Able to do so. Got to be careful there. Good body work now, and your Wolves are back to full strength. Coach Mitch calling for a full forward change here. So now we have that first unit back on. And that is Drake coming in. No, I'm sorry, Tommy coming through with a push. Tried to go 5-hole. I'm sorry, that was Amelia. Nope, it was Tommy. Tommy going through, trying to go 5-hole. Goalie closed the pads, able to freeze that puck for a face-off. Currently 45 seconds left on a power play, 33 seconds left in the period. So let's see if we can take advantage here of this face-off. Kalen Weaver in to take the drop. Puck is down. Brandon trying to retrieve the puck, can't do so. He's going to chase it in behind the net against big number 17 again. And it will be cleared all the way down into the Grandview defensive zone, chased by Kai. Kai's going to send that up to Will Saunders. Will Saunders going to look for a pass outlet. Throws it right to center ice, and it's intercepted there by Cassidy. Read the pass well. Breaking in, backhand shot. Lincoln, blocker save wide. And Brannick's going to send that puck up to Kalen. Kalen on the breakout. He's got Amelia with him, looking for a blast. They're running out of time. There's the shot. Puck in. There, and no goal. Clock is still running, and there is your buzzer. Great opportunity on the rush there by your Wolves at the last minute there. They will start the period with about 12 seconds on the power play, but you'd love to see some of that life coming out of them at the end of this period. 2-2 is your score. We'll get another scrape here and be back with you in a New York minute. Welcome back, everyone. Sorry for a little bit of a delayed start. I had to help deliver a few of the baskets that were raffled off in the silent auction last night. Thank you to everyone who supported and picked up your basket this evening. Face off at center ice here. Current shot totals are 27-16 in favor of Castleview. Grandview skating from right to left. Puck is down and out of the pile comes Grandview. He's going to hand it off to Elliott. Elliott's going to look for some of the outlet on this shortened power play for your Grandview Wolves. Castleview able to chip that back in. And in the freshman is down in the near corner. Castleview now full strength. Power play is over. Puck's going to be tipped into the near circle. Elliott's going to take his hand to the left and come out around the backside of the net. Puck up to the point for Castleview reverse directions with Emilio giving a hassle. He comes out of it with the puck. He's got Brannick with him. Able to get around one man. Brannick's going to give chase and take that puck all the way down. Chip that behind the net. Not much on it. No one waiting. And Castleview's got the possession of the puck. Up to Elliott, who's going to pin it against the wall, keep it in the zone, but that's going to be chipped out to a waiting Tommy Wu. Castleview player loses a stick, goes down, and has a yard sale all on his own. Puck's going to be brought forward by Tommy and sent deep for Emilio. Emilio pins that puck up against the wall behind the Castleview net. He's got Caleb in there with him helping, trying to come down with the possession. Can't do so, but it skirts around to Elliott. Elliott across the Tommy. Tommy looking for a lane, sees one he likes to, and send that puck wide to the goalie's right, and Caleb Brown's going to retrieve and send it to Elliott. Elliott's going to play pitch and catch with Caleb. Puck gets through him, down into the far corner for Caleb. Caleb's going to hand it off to Emilio. Emilio looking for someone out in front, and there was nobody there. Castleview's the only one home. They're going to chip that puck high and out, and we're going to get an icing call. Tried to put some 60-degree spin on it, couldn't do so, and it is far enough for an icing call. Grandview can get a full change and an offensive zone faceoff. 2-2's your score here in the third period. Grandview, the face-off to the goalie's left. Drake Dunlop's going to lean in. Puck's down, one back to Caleb. Caleb to Will Saunders. Will Saunders tip out in front, right to the slot there, and it went high over the glass. I like that shot. Good looking with bodies in front. Now it's foot race. Will Saunders trying to outrace Castleview. Able to lift the stick and push that puck in behind the net. Going to trickle all the way around to the far corner. Far corner looking for a centering pass. Can't find one. And three Grandview players in the same spot trying to possess one puck. That didn't work so well. Gabe Dragon's going to take a hit, gets the puck taken away, and works back the other way by Castleview. Castleview crossing the far dot, taken away there by Drake. Intercepted on the way to the goal. Gabe Dragon's going to skate the puck up to the neutral zone. He's got help with him and Will Saunders, Drake Dunlop, and Caleb Brown all down. Looking for a pass back and takes a hit instead. Puck goes into the near corner and behind the net with Drake Dunlop in pursuit. Rimmed all the way around out in front of the Grandview bench is Will Saunders. He'll chip it up to Drake. Nearly a too many men there. Good job by whoever's hopping on the ice to recognize that and prevent that penalty from happening. Full change complete now for your Grandview Wolves. Puck's going to triple through all the way to Lincoln. Lincoln's going to paddle it. Ooh, a little bit risky there. Swiped on. Don't know how he made the save. He thought about covering it, thought about not covering it, and then it got loose and it was wide open. We're okay now. Puck's in behind the net. Taken away there by Holden. Holden to Kai. Kai's going to chip that high off the glass looking for Keegan. Keegan's got the puck now through center ice. It's one-on-one by himself. Looking for a screen from the defender. Takes a shot. It's going to go wide off the glass. He comes up with his own rebound and battles for it in the corner. Just low near circle. Needs help. Castleview's coming out of there with the puck. Big battle in the corner here. And finally they try up. We're going to get a penalty here on Castleview for excessiveness in the corner. Keegan was just trying to skate out. I'm thinking we could go cross-check, interference, head contact, you name it. They were doing it, it seems like. Are we getting matching? It appears we're getting matching. I'm not sure how that worked as Keegan was pinned against the wall, getting cross-checked with no puck in the vicinity. However, it is what it is, so we will have matching minors here. Looks like Grandview trying to get some sort of answer. And it appears we will skate 5-on-5. Again, once that game sheet opens for you, we will get that update for this Chaucer matchup between Grandview and Castleview. Castleview penalty, 2 minutes for holding. I will let you know what penalty to Keegan is going to be. A little bit of difficulty there with the scorer's table. We'll get that all sorted out. I can tell you the face-off is going to be to Lincoln's right. For the penalty that occurs in the far end, matching minors, I'm not sure why this drop is coming all the way into our zone, unless Keegan picked up another one. That is going to be Keegan with a 2-minute matching holding as well. So I think Mitch is trying to get an explanation as to why this face-off's all the way down. If anything, I would say this would be at center ice, but oh, we got an additional. That's what happened. So an additional 2 for Keegan for unsportsmanlike. So Castleview is going to have a 2-minute penalty here. That would be why the face-off is to Lincoln's right. Your Wolves on a PK here. Puck is down, one back by Kalen. Kalen's in the corner with Tommy, and that puck's able to trickle to the neutral zone. Kayla Weaver on the forecheck, pass to center ice off of the no-man skates. Not moving forward, moving backwards is Castleview, and they're looking to set up. Now finds cross ice pass, looking for an entry. Good job there by Emilio to take that puck away, and he's able to get that across center line. No further, Castleview coming back the other way. Waiting for help, he's going to sauce that across, looking for a lane. Shot on, blocked out in front there by Borowski. Good job there, getting the shin pad in the way, and that puck's going to be chipped out of the zone by Quinn Simmons. Good job there. Down goes Emilio. Got the ice monster, got him in the toe pick. Puck's going to get around all the way down for an icing on Castleview, and that face-off is going to come all the way down to the Grandview offensive zone. 12:56 left in the third period. Still a 2-2 game here on the Avalanche ice of Family Sports Center. Full change of killers for your Grandview Wolves. We've got Brannick and Caleb Brown as forwards with defensive support of Elliott and Tommy. Elliott's going to get that face-off. Send that puck down deep, blocked by Castleview, looking to break out. They're going to send it the other way, which gives Grandview time to set up their forecheck and defensive positioning. Castleview's going to send that up to the neutral zone. Caleb Brown tries to whack it away, can't do so. Castleview's still in possession of the puck. There across the blue line, drops it to the point for Castleview across, looking for a lane. He's going to shoot along the ice. That puck's going to tip wide in the net and come all the way up where Caleb Brown's able to send it all the way down the ice and give chase on forecheck. Castleview holding behind their net, looking for an outlet, trying to set up a breakout for this power play. Does so out in front of the Castleview bench, skating through center ice. That's interference, not called there, but play will go on. Point shot to the point. Now far dot, all the way across the near dot. Good stick work there by Tommy. Tommy's able to get that puck up to the point, not out yet though. Puck all the way across to Grandview, where Brannick's able to chip that puck away. He takes it away, now it's a foot race. He's not going to win that one, but he's in on the forecheck. Castlevew's going to come back the other direction. Coming through center ice comes Castleview. Looks to set up an offense. Brannick's able to get that puck, chip it up to and out into the neutral zone. Full strength now for your Wolves. Elliott behind the net. Sends that all the way around to awaiting Gabe Dragon. Castleview steps in the way. Gabe Dragon tries to pin his man against the board. That's Bucky comes out with it. And Drake Dunlop able to Just get that tip. Casabview walking right in, looking for a shooting lane. Can't find one. Now out of the point. Shot's going to be set wide. Lincoln's right. There's a lot of bodies out in front there. Same play. Shot again that time. Tried to get a tip. Couldn't do so. Tommy's going to take his man to the wall. We need to get a stoppage here, a reset, or get this puck cleared. That's for sure. Your Wolves are scrambling. Puck into the far corner. He's just going to walk right in. Sharp angle shot going to go high up over the net. Graham's getting a little bit bunched down by the net. Iron legs out there. A lot of these guys were on that penalty kill as well. Tommy battling down deep, puts his man in the boards, end up there, can't get some help, get that puck out. Brandon Fishing going to sit trying to get it. Now Gabe Dragon can't do so. Stopped at the blue line, still not out. Casabview is on the attack with a very tired Grandview bunch. That puck's there into the skates of Drake Dunlop and all the way down, and Grandview's able to get a change now. Will Saunders giving chase on the near side. Takes a big hit in the neutral zone. Pacheco all the way around. Retrieve the puck. Rim it all the way around. Up and taps the stick of the Casabview player. They have to touch up and reset. A little bit of a line change. Brandon got stuck on the PK in that last shift. So we have Caleb Brown up with Kalen Weber and Amelia Kuzic with Will Saunders and Pacheco back on defense. Pacheco looking to steal the puck, can't do so. Man walks in, Lincoln sees it the whole way. That's center mass. He just kicks it to the side with the paddle, and that puck is chipped up to Emilio through center ice. He's going to chip it down deep, gets through one man. Goalie's going to cover and hold for a face-off. 9:45 left in third period here. 2-2 still the score. Grandview with a little bit of jump this period for sure. Like to see it much better than the first period, and I think improving on that second period as well. Face off to the Casabview goalie's left. Shot on there. That's going to be out in front. Rebound available. Not able to get there. Casabview's able to clear it out to the side and up to center ice. Emilio all the way back from that last drive to the chip it all the way in. Going to call icing on that. He had to like it red line. So we'll bring that face off all the way down. Face off to Lincoln's left. Puck is down. Grandview controls. That is Lucas Brodsky behind the net. Takes a hit in the corner by big number 17 again. I'm sorry, big number 24. Shot in on Lincoln. He saw it. He'll hold it, and we'll get another face-off. Casabview with some big bodies out there, that's for sure. Grandview's been able to stay physical with them for the most part tonight. Hasn't been really, I would say, muscled off any pucks any more than usual. Puck high and over the top of that into the glass. Down into the gear boards here where Abe Mayor is giving a battle. Comes out of the pile to Holden. Holden's got Jamie with him. Looking for his own entry. He's going to chip it down into the shins of Casabview player. That puck is chipped back out to Quinn to Lucas. Turned over in the neutral zone. Quinn's going to chase it down behind Lincoln. Lincoln watches it get rimmed all the way up and around. That's nearly a boarding call, but no arm there either. On Abe, yes. Now we've got a penalty. I was going to say, I know the player saw numbers and distance from the glass, so I'll be curious to see what the official call is. Your Wolves are going to be going on the power play here with some amount of time left in the third period. Face off to the goalies, right? One down to Emilio. Emilio to Tommy at the point. Back to Emilio right in the slot. Looking for a shot. That's blocked by a Casabview stick, and they're going to break out the other way. Help's got to get back. Emilio's by himself. Cuts off the lane. Lincoln's out the whole way. He'll glove, he'll hold, and we'll be good to go. A little bit of a snow shower for Lincoln there. Emilio says, please remove yourself from my goal, and we will talk about this later. 2-minute minor for roughing for Casabview. Face off to Lincoln's left. Puck is down and sent behind for Elliott, who's going to reverse directions to awaiting Tommy. Tommy will pause behind Lincoln to get this power play set up and look for a breakout. Gets by one man, and he's through center ice looking for the break-in. Gets to Elliott. Elliott's there with a help there. He's going to pass it all the way across. Nobody there. A little bit out in front of Emilio, but Grandview does have possession. Now Tommy, the near point. He's going to walk into the near dots, look for a shooting lane. Can't find one. Reverse direction. Now take it down into the corner. Looking for some help there. Has Brannick. Brannick gets tied up in the skates. He's sitting on the puck. He likes to do that. Puck's going to come all the way out and not be cleared. Now it will be all the way down. Lincoln's going to come out of his crease and stop that. Send it up to Elliott, who turns directions and is going to break this through center ice and get that into the zone to Emilio. Emilio in all alone, looking for an angle. Can't find it. Kicked away to the corner by the goalie. Brannick giving chase, trying to keep them from breaking out. They cannot do so. Out center ice, they're going to just dump it in behind Lincoln, and looks like we may get one more rush here, set it up. We've got 10 seconds left on the power play, 7:17, 15 left on that. Puck is taken away by a solo forechecker for Grandview. Dancing around, Grandview can't possess the puck, and he's just playing cat and mouse at this point, killing all the time off. And it will work. He will kill the entire penalty at this point. Grandview now just playing chase. Number 23, Brannick, finally able to get a stick in there and take that puck away, and he's got the puck breaking out the other way. He's going to swing wide, look for a lane, can't find it. Cassidy player gets a stick in there, and sends it high into the glass behind the goalie. Coming back the other way. Cassidy is now at full strength with possession behind the net. And coming on the slot is big 17. Looking for someone Cassidy, can't find the pass out in front, stick to the side by Will Saunders. Puck's going to come to the near wall, where Hyperchecker is bodying the man up. And Will Saunders is going to come out of the pile with the puck. He's going to chip it high up and not out, send the other direction with nobody waiting on the other side. Hyperchecker going to give chase. Screens his man, and Passview comes out with it. All the way around to the far dot. He's at the top circle now, looking for a lane. He's going to walk it himself. Shot on. Lincoln shot the whole way, and Brannick's able to clear that all the way down on goal. And a lot of those killers can finally get a change. Grandview. Cassaview through center ice now. That's Will Saunders giving chase. Taylor Brown chips into the neutral zone and up by his man to it, waiting Greg Dunlop. Greg Dunlop tries to the inside, loses possession of the puck. Cassaview comes back the other direction. Big wraparound play there, no arm in the air there. Looked like a clean play, shot on right in the belly of Lincoln, and he'll hold on for a faceoff. .5:25 left in this third period. Grandview off the gas just a little bit, it seems like here. I don't know if they're tired or what, but we'll need to dig deep, find that energy. Close this next 5 minutes and 30 seconds or so out for this one. 2-2's to score. Puck is down. One by Cassaview. Cassaview is going to work it down low. Looking for someone out in front. There's somebody right there. Lincoln's out the whole way. Hit him in the mask. Drop down. It's kicked out to the far right. Quinn Simmons back behind the net, giving chase to Puck. He's got possession. He's going to send it up, but not out. Waiting player there. And paddled high into the glass behind the net by Lincoln. Shot all the way from the point on that last one. Lucas Borowski's looking to take his man out. Puck comes into the slot. Shot's going to be taken from there, and that's going to be a goal. Screened all the way. Lincoln seemed to have it saved, but it trickled all the way in, and I'm not sure what happened there, whether he didn't see it all the way or not, but it slipped by, looked like the paddle side somehow, and we have a 3-2 game in favor of Cassaview. Plenty of time left to bring this one back in, and looks like coach will be putting the first line out back to 4:57 left. Puck is down one all the way back behind Lincoln. Elliott's going to give chase. He's going to overskate the puck. Cassidy's going to come up with it and pin his man against there, trying to pick the puck out. He's got help from Kalen. Kalen giving help. Cassaview comes out with it. That puck's up in the slot. Shot all the way there. Good block there by Brannick. Thomas giving chase into the near corner. Puck to the point. Cassaview looking for shooting lane. Brannick trying to present that. puck all the way down low circles, center out in front. Puck is loose, and two Grandview players, Grandview and Tommy, trying to get the puck at the same time. Kind of got tied up with each other. Pretty blatant slash right there. Shot on Lincoln side, it's out in front, and he's going to hold that puck for a face-off. Face-off's going to be to Lincoln's right this time. Puck is down. Elliott tries to chip it up. Has a player crashing from defense position, keeps it in. Now Elliott down below. Puck's in out front and it goes across the crease. No harm there. Nobody home there for Grandview. Grandview just cannot keep this puck on their sticks, even when it's coming to them cleanly. It's hopping right over. Battling now, Elliott in the corner, holding his man there, trying to get the puck out. We got help from Kalen. Grandview sends that puck high over the net all the way around to the near point. Walking that blue line, puck came out, referee didn't see it apparently, and it goes in behind the net. I think he was a little bit screened, it was close, it may have come out, but we'll replay on. No instant replay here anyway. And Kalen's going to bring that out for Emilio. Emilio's going to bring it in through center ice and chip it down deep. Take a hit in front of the bench, continue to give chase after that puck. That puck stolen by Will Saunders. Grandview yet again runs into each other, and Grandview breaks up the other way. Shot onto Lincoln, he's going to glove it and hold on for a face-off. Very late hit there. We'll see what comes of that, but that was incredibly unnecessary. He's still jawing. And he will be going to the box. Not sure what that was all about. That play was long dead. And someone was displeased with something that happened there. So we will Cody Marchand, 16. He's going to get 2 for cross-checking. Your Wolves are on a power play here with 3:10 left in this game. Got a chance to tie it up. Need to do so. And for now, that puck's going to be all the way down by Grandview. Lincoln's going to slow it up there. Goal line extended, and Will Saunders in reverse direction behind the net. He'll break it out, looking for an outlet. He's got Emilio. Emilio coming up through the ice. He's going to find Kalen. Grandview able to touch up. Puck's going to go into the near corner. And now all the way back out. Pacheco going to find Will Saunders. Will Saunders looking for Caleb Brown. He kicks it right through the slot to a waiting Grandview player. Shot in on Lincoln. That's a save to the side. Over there to help Lincoln out. Puck comes all the way around to Emilio. A little bit sloppy there. Kind of an unfortunate bounce off the skate of it. And yet again, Grandview is going to get the benefit of a hop and turn this puck up the other way. Puck in the far corner. Again, your Wolves are on a power play despite going the wrong direction this entire time. Puck left in the far corner. Kai's going to pick that up. Look for an outlet pass, but nobody's there as your Wolves are changing pillars at this point. Sent all the way down into the far corner. Lincoln's going to slow that one up. Give it off to Pacheco to set this up. He's going to send it over to Will Saunders. Will Saunders is going to try to find Emilio. Emilio into the neutral zone. He gets by one man. He doesn't get by the referee. He takes a hip check from him, but he walks in. Looking for help. It comes all the way around. Grandview's going to be able to clear this puck up and all the way out. Lincoln plays the puck there, leaves it for Elliott. Elliott calls it behind the net. Now looking for a breakout. Can't find one yet. He's going to take it himself. Leave it for Emilio. Emilio is going to find waiting Brannick at the blue line. Brannick's going to try to get around one man, able to do so fairly deep and chip that puck deep. No one home there for your Wolves, and Grandview easily sends that up and all the way down. It appears that coach has chosen to pull Lincoln. Your Wolves with an extra skater. We'll see what happens here. That's no tip, no icing. They've got to give chase. And Will Saunders has a puck in the neutral zone. Brannick is giving the forecheck. Got to get touch up. Now we're good to go. Let's even get this empty. Pass all the way up to the blue line. That's going to be Tommy. Tommy trying to bring it all the way in. He does so. Kalen Weaver into the corner. Reverse direction. Nobody home, nobody looking. That's going to be sent all the way down into an empty net. Wide, and we're going to have an icing call. Your Wolves have 40 seconds remaining to tie this game up with a man advantage empty net. And Coach Mitch is going to take a timeout, draw something up on the whiteboard for this unit of 6. And we will see what his plan of attack is. Right now, you're looking at 36 in favor of Castleview, 17 for your Wolves. It only takes one, though, and with a face-off in the offensive zone, hopefully we can win that face-off, get a clean shot, put it in the net. Play some hockey in overtime, perhaps. Mitch has what planned for his boys drawn up. Your 6 on the ice for this face-off are going to be Will Saunders, Brannick Sylvester, Emilio Kukic, Taylor Weaver, Tommy Wu, and Elliot Seglin. Face-off lead of the Castleview right. Taylor Weaver's going to lead and take it. 40 seconds left, down the goal. Face-off the offensive zone. That's the Taylor skate. We're going to send it all the way down. That's going to be wide. We're going to get another face-off. I'm fine if they keep missing. It just means we can set it up as need be. Taylor again will lean in to win this face-off. Your Wolves on the bench, pounding sticks, willing this puck to go to that net. Let's see what happens. Puck's down, it's to the slot. Can't be retrieved there by Castle. It's in the stage. Tommy Wu able to send that. Able to keep that one in the zone. He's going to rush up and not able to keep it in, but it doesn't come all the way down. Elliot has plenty of time to cycle around, go back, get the puck. No contest there. He's going to send it up for Tommy. Tommy's going to try to break this in for Emilio. Emilio trying to get across the blue line. Takes a hit there, and it's pinned up against the boards. Got to get this into the zone, got to get a shot on. Can't do so. It's all the way back. Not a lot of time here. He's got to get that puck up to somebody who can make a shot on, and that's going to go in for a Castleview goal. Center ice. That'll do it for this one. Your Wolves with 5 seconds left. 4 seconds left, I'm sorry. Are going to fall today 4-2 to the Castleview. Wait, we've got a discussion here. I'm not sure what it is. No goal. They're wiping this off, and I'm not sure why. I will see what we can figure out here, but they are saying no goal, and face-off's going to be in the not sure what this is. We got to shoot fast. Puck is down. Into the zone. Got to get it on goal. Can't do so. That's going to go to the wall. Up, and that will be time expired. Your Wolves are going to fall 3-2, not 4-2. A little bit of pushing and shoving at the end there by your down in the near circle. We'll get them separated. We've still got a handshake line to go. 3-2 is the final here. Good game played by your Grandview Wolves, but too little, too late, unfortunately. Your Wolves will drop to 2-6 on the season, with Castleview improving to 3-7, I believe, or 3-9 perhaps. I'm not sure. Either way, a game that should have been won or could have been won by your Wolves, but we'll be back for the next one. Thanks, everybody.